I can't believe that there was an actual twist villain to this story, but there was, and I need to talk about it. So, about a year back, I made a video talking about Brody, this kid on Scratch who had supposedly done some really screwed up stuff, and that video, it got about 1,000 views, so I reckon a few of you have probably seen it and know who that is by now, but if you don't, then go watch the video. I'll leave it up because it is a good kind of good documentation of events, but a little while back, I learned that apparently Brody was completely innocent. Well, not completely innocent, but innocent for the things that sparked that whole thing. And through my actions, which I still believe were justified at the time since we didn't know, Brody ended up getting a lot of harassment both online and at his school, but I hope today I can put an end to that because it's awful that this had to happen, and I feel terrible about it, and I need to say something about it. So a while back, I was in a VC doing my usual thing when Ink, one of my friends from Scratch, and who was somebody who was also very prominent within this whole thing, DM'd me saying that he was the one to hack Brody. I will be putting up the DMs on screen, but to summarize them, basically, Yo-Yo confirms that they were the one who hacked Brody originally, taking control of the Yo-Yo Daiichi's account, and they had done it because their school's security system is awful enough to where they could just get in without any issues. Along with that, they did hack the Brody Daiichi's one account, but apparently not the other ones. So basically, most of the stuff that happened on Scratch was not Brody. That was either Yo-Yo or an unexplained third party, or maybe just Brody also getting really into the bit. I don't know at this time, and I don't think I ever will at this point. The DMs themselves were pretty rushed, and I wish I could go back and look at the full conversation. However, after this encounter, I cut off contact with Yo-Yo and blocked them because I don't want to be linked to that anymore. If they own up to it, then I'd be happy to fully forgive them, but as of right now, I don't want to be associated with them or in contact with them. Along with that, I feel like it's important to note that this all happened while the both of them were in middle school, so this was all over some petty middle school drama, which while I'm not saying that justifies it, I'm saying that we should probably not go harassing anybody over this because they were stupid kids, and stupid kids do stupid things. I'm hoping that they've grown from this and have become a better person since then and won't do shit like that again because that is genuinely fucked up. This is a huge shot in the dark because I find it very unlikely that it's possible, but if Brody is somehow watching this, I just want to apologize right now because you did not deserve any of the stuff that happened to you, and I feel awful that it did. And I don't blame you for not being able to prove that you were hacked because it was generally the perfect crime for Yo-Yo, and the only reason I know about this is because Yo-Yo confessed. It's awful that happened, and I'm hoping that you're still doing okay even after all of that, and if you're not, I am deeply sorry for causing that in any way. Hope you're doing well. If you're somehow seeing this, get in touch if you want to. I would like to make a more formal apology to you, and if anybody else somehow has contact with Brody, send them this video, apologize to them as well if you were involved with any of that. I just hope that I haven't completely ruined this kid's reputation. I wish that I could have made this video sooner, but between school and a lot of other things, I just put this off for so fucking long. It's been months since Yo-Yo told me this information, and I feel awful for not getting it out sooner, because throughout the entirety of that duration, everybody was still under the impression that Brody was just a terrible person, and that's not the case. I would like to note that everything that happened outside of Scratch was actually Brody, and at that point I don't blame them for their reactions. I'm keeping the Brody video up as documentation because it still keeps track of most of everything that happened, but I will be putting a link to this video in the description, and I will be putting a comment in there saying to watch this one as well, just to try and direct people over here so they can understand that a solid chunk of the reason we were mad at him wasn't his fault. Along with that, again, do not harass anybody mentioned here. They were stupid middle schoolers. I was a stupid middle schooler. We were all doing dumb shit, okay? I'm not saying that justifies it. I'm not saying that justifies it at all. That is incredibly fucked up, but let's not do that. If Brody wants to get in contact with Yo-Yo and berate him about this, then that's on those two. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, this is no longer my business. This is no longer any of my viewers' business. I am very glad that Yo-Yo decided to own up, all things being said, because that definitely shows a bit of maturity, and I'm fairly certain that's never going to happen again. And if anybody's seeing this video and thinking of doing that, please don't. Just don't do that. That is awful, and the consequences are just dire. Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. I know I don't post very often anymore, but that's just because I am lazy and swamped with work in terms of, like, school stuff. Basic stuff. Check out the Twitter. Join the Discord if you really want to. I don't know why you would. It's dead, but feel free to. I'm just glad I could finally get this off my chest. Have a good day, y'all.